Hey guys, Ramiz here from Basant. Last week I promised to do a Basant Q A platform for you guys to send me all the questions that you wanted to ask, and I'll do a YouTube video to answer all of them at one time. We got a huge response. We got questions from all over the world. It was pretty amazing, and I put together a list of questions that kind of cover the basics: who we are, why we decided to do this, what a certain few things mean. It's pretty cool. So if this becomes a thing, we can do it every week. And without any further ado, let's get started. So, question number one: where are you from? Guys, I am from Pakistan. My name is Ramiz, and my company's name is Basant. So that's question number one. Question number two: do you speak Punjabi and Urdu? Yes, I speak Punjabi, Urdu, Spanish, and English. It helps a lot to be bilingual in this business because you come across different kinds of people, different kind of races. So it kind of makes it really cool to talk to people in Punjabi and Urdu and all that. And because of my Korean kitchen, you know Spanish too. So it works out. Cool. Question number three: how do you get the smells of masala out of your house? Well, guys, we're desis. We just have to accept our desiness. But the smell of masala belongs to us. So the sooner we make peace with it, the easier it gets. So, and you stop smelling it too. So just open a window or two when you're cooking. That's the best I can tell you. Alright, so what kind of rice do you use? That's actually a very good question. The kind of rice I use extra long aged basmati rice. It's a Royal Chef brand. Now, using good quality rice is very important. It's probably more important than cooking a dish because let's just say you're cooking biryani. You have a good masala that has oil separated. You drain the oil. It's nice and tight. You're ready to layer it. But if your if your rice is subpar or a little bit above average quality, what's going to happen is you're going to have that mushy biryani that's not going to have the long grain that you see in my biryanis. And for you to have that consistency, you have to have expensive rice, which is aged extra long basmati. And I use the brand Royal Chef. Love that brand. And that's it. Okay, so now question number five. What does Basant style mean? Well, I know I use that a lot, and a lot of people ask me too. So Basant style is not a word. It's a feeling. It's a feeling when you see this really cool plate of food and you're like, oh my god, that's hot. That's Basant style. Or you see all the things that you love in the same plate and you look at it and you're like, oh my god, that's Basant style. Or when you're ready to break your biryani in the pot, you put the spoon in and you put the spoon out and you're looking at the grain of rice and the color and the texture of the chicken and you're saying, oh my god, that's Basant style. That's hot. And that's exactly what Basant style is because it's a feeling. It's a feeling when you get when you hit it out of the park. And that's why I say a lot of it because most of the time we do. Just kidding. Okay, so do you put your rice on dum? I definitely put my rice on dum. The reason I don't show it because the clips are boring. It takes too much time in the videos. I know everybody knows how to dum rice. That's why I skipped that step, but we do the whole thing. We par cook the rice, we put them in the pot, we put the towel, the cover, the weight, the whole 9 yards. I'm gonna give you one cool trick. If you spray non-stick spray on the bottom of your pan, your rice won't stick to the bottom. Basant style. Okay. Why do I call my company Basant? Okay, so the name Basant. This is going way back. When I first saw this festival, I absolutely fell in love with it. I saw the colors, the music, the lights, the kites, and the bright pink and bright yellow, and the dupattas around the necks, and the guys with starched clothes, and it was the coolest thing in the world, the best festival ever. I mean, and I didn't even know at that time that I am going to make a company when I grow up, and I'm going to name it Basant. It is not just a general name that came to me. It's exactly what my food is if you look at it. Bright colors, gorgeous textures, and green herbs. It projects the name because I was in love. I loved the music, the festivities, every single thing. So that's the reason why I called my company Basant. Am I Spanish? I am amazed how many times I get asked that. Even yesterday when I went to deliver catering, the person asked me the first thing if I was Spanish. I'm not Spanish, I'm Desi all the way, guys. Okay. Um on to the next part. What surprises you the most? That's actually a great question. What surprises me the most is the evolution that's going on in desi food and halal food. Like, for the longest time, I used to see it was the only evolution we got was either we eat gyro over rice with white sauce or we eat Chinese, and that was the coolest thing ever. But now this amazing thing is happening where people are asking us to make these foods where hors d'oeuvres are just as important as the main course, and we are making crab cake sliders with mango salsa, and we are doing gnocchis and rainbow tortellinis, and we're making steaks, and what do you say, all these different dishes are what people are asking for. And I think as a chef, this is like a blank slate. It's like a canvas where you can make your own mark, because you have this untapped market populace that you can show these different foods that you can produce in halal, and it's amazing. It's like the coolest place to be, and I love it. Okay. How does your family support you, and what do you find the most interesting part? Well, you guys see it in my videos. My family is behind me 100%. From my youngest daughter to my mom in Pakistan to my sister, my wife, everybody is there. Everybody is with Basant. So that helps a lot because, some of the things, I'm going to give you an example instead of explaining it. Okay, last year we were doing great. Business is good. We were making trays and trays of caterings, and we are expanding and everything. But it was not the kind of food that I wanted to make. We were becoming another factory, a food factory. We were just mass producing food and just putting it out there and getting bigger. And our bottom line was getting more important to us than the quality and the kind of food that I was making. So I went to my wife and I told her, like, listen, business is great. We're doing great, but this is not the kind of food I want to make. I'm not happy with that. So I was thinking she's going to tell me to get on some medication and just thank God that we're doing good. The business is doing good. But thank God, because of her, is where Basant is or what Basant is, because she asked me, what is it that you want to do? And I told her that, we want to be different. We have so much to offer. We can literally change the way people eat halal food. And for that, we need to go back to the basics. We need to cut at least 65% of the business out, retool ourselves, and become the company that we thought it's going to become, versus just following the trend and, make stuff just to meet our bottom line and, and keep up with the expansion. And because of our support and blind faith, I got to go back. I shut the door on 65% of my business that was coming in intentionally, so we could become who we are today. And we are exclusive, we are in demand, and it's just as gorgeous as ever. Basant is not just about food, it's about services, it's about private chef events, it's a little bit of every single thing, and I love it. And without my family support, none of this would have been happening. We would have been making biryanis and masalas, mass production, and that's all it would have been. So that's how I can say my family is completely behind me. Okay, now a word from the chef. Excuse me. So the thing I believe in, I'm going to tell you what I personally believe in. Nobody has the rights to cook the best food that is going to change your life, because I don't think anybody can do that. People cook great food, they cook good food, they just don't cook food that would change your life, or there's a master chef that owns the rights on everything that's good that's cooked in the world. People cook good food from the heart. You have to have soul. You have to have passion. You have to have the feeling of what you're cooking. And that in turn produces great food. And that's what I believe in. I don't believe that you need degrees and, that restaurant and this chef and this big kitchen to cook good food or to be considered as a good chef. I believe a chef that cares, how thin the slice of onion is cut, a chef when he dices his tomatoes, who cares what kind of tomato is diced, a chef that cares about what kind of spoon you use to stir the pot. That's a chef to me. That's a person who understands foods, and that's the person will keep trying till he cooks the best food according to him. And that's what I believe in. And the other thing that I believe is that great chefs are not created. They're born with it. They have the feeling. They know how the spices work. They know how to mix different flavors together. A person who follows a recipe to the T, right, and recreates that recipe again is just a cook. And you'll always be a cook. But a person who breaks the norms, takes their recipe and makes it their own, that's a chef. That's a person I respect, because you don't follow the norms, you create it. Good, bad, it has no merit, because you can't get good till you get over your bad phase. If you go back to Instagram and check out my earlier work, it is terrible. But I wouldn't be where I am without accepting who I was, or without understanding where I was, because that's where I started. And if I gave up then, I wouldn't be here today. So it's simple, guys. It's Food Family Basant, and I hope you guys like my video. And please remember to subscribe and like, and we will see you next time. And I know I said a lot of ends, so thank you.